Spring has sprung in the city of brotherly love, and the warm weather brings thrilling, unique festivities. This week, we're here with another edition of Hello Philadelphia to show you more of the many fun and exciting places you can go check out while also enjoying the Philly spring weather. We're excited to bring you this edition of our show. Hello Philadelphia starts now. Welcome back to Hello Philadelphia, the show that takes you all over the city to discover some of the lesser-known attractions to fill your day with. I'm Mike Verricchio.
And I'm Richard Eckert. In the past few weeks, this show has highlighted many Philadelphia attractions, both unknown and familiar. So get ready to explore some more because we got a packed show for all of you today.
One of Philadelphia's best features is its hidden gems, places off the beaten path that are a must-see. We've already explored through the well-known Center City neighborhood along with South Philadelphia and the Manayunk district.
In this segment of Phillies 12, reporter Dan Rosenblatt is going to take you up to the part of town that includes historical spots, Germantown and Chestnut Hill, to show you all the fun places you can check out while there.
Hello everyone, I'm Dan Rosenblatt, and on this week's edition of Phillies 12, we're going to be checking out Chestnut Hill and Germantown. There's a lot of cool things to do here, so let's go take a look.
One unique spot to stop at in Chestnut Hill is the Trolley Car Diner. Although it's famous for its delicious donuts, the Trolley Car Diner also serves over 450 bottled beers, and you can even make your own six-pack. We got a chance to talk to Asha, a waitress at the Trolley Car Diner, about the local community.
It's a nice environment. Mount Airy Chestnut Hill is really pleasant. There are a lot of nice people. I think my favorite part about working here is we have a lot of older clientele, and you get to hear lots of really interesting stories because a lot of people lived a whole lot of life and they have a lot to say, and they love talking to people.
After checking out the diner, we headed out to see what else Chestnut Hill has to offer.
We're here at As Good As It Gets Antique Shop on Germantown Ave in Chestnut Hill, and this is just one of many cool shops you can stop at in the middle of the town.
If you're interested in finding out about Chestnut Hill's culture, this shop can do just that. We also stopped by Baker Street Bread, which serves all kinds of homemade muffins, bread, and you can even grab a cup of coffee on the run. We then took a ride down the cobblestone road of Germantown Ave to continue exploring.
We're here in Germantown, a section of Philadelphia known for its historic landmarks, and a place where even the first president of the United States once resided.
No matter where you go in Germantown, you can find history anywhere. The Battle of Germantown, a famous Revolutionary War battle, was fought in this section of the city. There is even a monument located on Germantown Ave that is dedicated to Washington and his soldiers. If that's not enough history for you, you can book your appointment between April and December to visit the Deschler Morris House, also known as the Germantown White House, a historic landmark where George Washington once resided. Another interesting part about Germantown's history is its neighborhood's architecture. The houses are built from a material known as Wissahickon schist, which gives the houses a unique look that many admire.
As you can see, Chestnut Hill and Germantown are two very historic areas of the city that still remain relevant even today. That's all for this week's edition of Phillies 12. I'm Dan Rosenblatt. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Dan. While Germantown and Chestnut Hill have been around as long as Philadelphia itself, some awesome things in Philly only come around once a year. Every spring, tons of festivals come to Philly to enjoy the beautiful weather. The Manayunk Street Food Festival comes to Main Street twice a year, once in the fall and once in the spring. Some of Philadelphia's best food trucks come with specialties ranging from ice cream to Asian delicacies. Visitors are able to walk through streets, stopping at both food trucks and restaurants to experience the festival at an affordable price.
If you're looking something for a little more cultured, however, look no further than the Cherry Blossom Festival. Presented by the Japan America Society of Greater Philadelphia, this annual festival celebrates both traditional and contemporary Japanese culture through a variety of events. We sent our reporters over to Fairmount Park to experience the beautiful festival firsthand. Take a look.
Hello, Philadelphia. I'm Steve Graham reporting from Fairmount Park for the Subaru Cherry Blossom Festival. We're here for the annual celebration of Japanese culture. Let's check it out. Cherry blossoms bloom throughout Fairmount Park in West Philadelphia to welcome the crowds flooding in for Sakura Sunday. The main event of the week-long Cherry Blossom Festival attracts visitors from all around to celebrate traditional and contemporary Japanese culture. To those who have never heard of this celebration, it is not your typical casual dress event.
Well, for once, I've never been here before, and I kind of really always wanted to go. A lot of my friends have gone, and also, in addition to celebrating the fact that the trees are beautiful and everything, it's also about Japanese culture, which is why I think a lot of people dress up today, because it's not only just about nature, it's about culture and something that's been a part of Japanese history for a while.
The Japanese language school choir and other entertainment groups grace the stage with live music and dance performances for the audience. Plenty of performances you can see on stage here at the Cherry Blossom Festival, but one you cannot miss is the traditional practice of martial arts.
We've discovered that most of jiu-jitsu comes from the sword art, and as you understand more about the sword, you understand a lot more about the actual proper movement of the body. I've done this for Shofuso every year for the last 12 years, and I also do a demonstration of the Morris Arboretum.
When the shows are finished, the celebration continues. Take a stroll around the festival, shop for Japanese merchandise, and enjoy some delicious Asian cuisine. To cap off the event, capture a selfie to save the memory. The Subaru Cherry Blossom Festival is held every spring here at Fairmount Park, where you can celebrate Japanese culture through song, dance, cosplay, and more. For Hello Philadelphia, I'm Steve Graham.
While all these cultural festivals have delectable foods that'll keep your mouths watering, let's not forget that spring also means hotter weather in the area. Beach season is coming up, Mike.
Oh, that's right, Rich. As we've seen in previous shows, the city of Philadelphia offers an abundance of places to get a workout in. Places indoors and even out. But have you heard of this great spot to squeeze in and exercise? We sent an LTV reporter, Jeff Lareau, right across the river to the beautiful site of the Camden waterfront, where he showed us ways you can use the area to stay fit.
Philadelphia, I'm Jeff Lareau. For this week's edition of Philly Fit, we're taking you across the Delaware to New Jersey. I'm here on the Camden waterfront, where we're going to show you just another awesome place for you to get a workout in around Philadelphia.
Although the Camden waterfront isn't in Philadelphia, it's not as far as you'd think. Just a walk across the Benjamin Franklin Bridge puts you right at the start of this scenic route.
However, the Ben Franklin Bridge is not the only way you can get from Philadelphia to the waterfront. During the summer months, the Riverlink ferry system runs between popular attractions in South Philadelphia to the waterfront.
The path spans along the Delaware River and provides a beautiful view of Center City that you literally can't get anywhere in the city. The view of Center City isn't the only thing that can keep you occupied on this route. Many cool things like the USS New Jersey, the Camden Aquarium, and BB&T Pavilion are all along the path as well. It truly is a beautiful sight to see that you can only really appreciate in person. The entrance to the Ben Franklin Bridge's walkway is located on 5th and Race Street in Center City and spans almost 10,000 feet across the Delaware, providing a perfect spot for a warm-up jog. For Hello Philadelphia, I'm Jeff Lareau.
Have you ever been to the Camden waterfront, Rich?
Oh yeah, as a matter of fact, I was part of that package and I was there when we filmed. Lots of stuff to see and do down there, from the waterfront aquarium to the the docking spot for Battleship New Jersey. Yeah. There's a wonderful view of it, and it's a heck of a sight to see when you're just jogging up the trail there.
Have you ever been to the Susquehanna Bank Center for a concert?
Can't say I have. That'll be my next destination when I'm up there.
I have been. I've been there for a lot of concerts. It's a really fun time, especially on beautiful summer days, hanging out, tailgating in the parking lot, and then going to see some good music, you know?
I can only imagine. We've reached time for our first commercial break, but don't bug out, because when we come back, we're going to take a look at the largest insect museum in the country. Yep, it's located right here in Philadelphia, so stick around. We'll be right back.
I'm starving. I could eat the entire container. Ooh, these are good. I love me some goldfish. Hey, what's up? Yeah, I'm not really hungry right now. I think I'm just gonna make myself something later. Just eat at home. Alright, I'll talk to you later. Man, I'm stuffed. One more snack though. This chip and dip looks pretty good. Ugh, I can't believe I ate all this. I'm ashamed of myself. I couldn't even look myself in the mirror.
Welcome back to Hello Philadelphia. The past few weeks, the show has found hidden places in various communities that make this city stand out. Richie and I are here to show you another one. For our City Secret segment, we're going to show you a museum that is all about the bug's life. If insects aren't your thing, don't worry. The Insectarium is Philly's only insect museum. But for 24 years, this museum has been educating children and adults alike of the wonderful and fascinating world of arthropods. Take a look.
Hi, I'm Amanda, reporting from the Mayfair section of the city here at Frankfurt and Welsh at the Insectarium. Let's go take a look.
The Insectarium has sort of been a community hangout for about 24 years. We have school groups and kids from wherever come through here and learn about insects. But in the last couple months, we have decided to start doing a ground-up renovation in preparation for opening a butterfly pavilion this summer. It'll be a bit different than any of the other ones that you may have been to in the area because we're only focusing on native species. Okay. So there's 69 native species of butterfly, and we're also going to have some of the large silk moths. And people will be able to come and see up close everything that they should be able to see in their own backyard. We generally start by teaching them what makes an insect an insect. And so we do that with this big display here to show what tagmosis is. Tagmosis is a 10-cent word that means specialization of the body. So the head of an insect is for sensory, it's got the eyes and the antenna, and for eating. The thorax is for locomotion, it's where all the legs are and the two wings come off, 2 sets. And then the abdomen is for digestion and reproduction. And sort of that body plan characterizes all insects. The third floor of our museum is the zoo. And this is where we have all of our scorpions, tarantulas, cockroaches, leaf insects, praying mantids, velvet, everything that we have to show, we sort of keep up here, and we do a lot of hands-on, kids can hold the things. This is a rose-haired tarantula. This is one of the common types that you'll find in a pet store, and we have a lot of other exotics around here. But you can see, now this tarantula, its main defense is not biting. See how it has a little bald spot on the abdomen there? If it feels uncomfortable, it'll use its back legs and rub off some of the urticating hairs. Okay. And it'll get in your skin and give you a little rash. So this is an African millipede, and this is one of the largest species that we have millipedes in here. He's pretty shy, so he's probably just going to stay curled up like this.
How long is it uncurled?
Oh, these things can get up to about a foot. I'm sure there's bigger ones.
On the second floor, you'll be able to find learning and interactive activities for the kids, but it did used to be home to one of their more famous exhibits.
Well, one of our most famous exhibits, the Cockroach Kitchen, is actually where we're standing, but you can see it's not here. So we're going to pay homage to it. We're going to have the cockroach toilet, but we decided to take that out in favor of a couple more, play jungle structure type things.
The Insectarium, while very cool, is also very educational. If you come up here to the 3rd floor, you can figure out what certain insects like to eat and where certain insects live. But that's all the time we have for today, so thanks for joining us, and back to you guys.
So Mike, tell me, what was it like being amidst the insects up there?
There were a lot of them. It was really cool, though. I was surprised how interested I was in it. I walked up there and I saw all the containers and stuff, and I was like a little kid. I literally went, whoa, that's awesome. And John had a lot to say. He was very informative. It was very interesting. We actually learned a lot there.
And which part of the exhibit would you say creeped you out the most or led you to the point of just saying, done?
Not even a question. Hands down the cockroaches. I cannot stand cockroaches. Amanda was actually about to hold one, and I told John that I did not want to see that, so that is why she held the tarantula, which was very brave of her.
Yeah.
Now we know that everyone is a big fan of bugs, but for our 21 and over viewers, you may find it hard to stay away from our next stop. Whether you're the next Michelangelo or you struggle to draw a stick figure, Painting with a Twist offers a fun and inviting experience to those who like a little buzz with their art. We sent reporter Catherine Bull to Locust Street in Rittenhouse to show us some of her awesome painting skills. With a twist, take a look.
Hi, I'm Catherine Bull, and we're here in Rittenhouse Square at Painting with a Twist. We're going to test out some of our painting skills and make some new friends. Let's go.
Trade in your coat for a smock and a paintbrush. Grab your favorite beverage and get those creative juices flowing at Painting with a Twist. This art studio, one of 280 locations around the U.S., offers adults a unique way to have fun, relax, and get in touch with their inner artist. A team of talented instructors will guide you step by step through the night's featured painting. Tonight's picture was Fierce and Fabulous, led by instructor Casey Hayen.
It's just a really high energy environment. It's really exciting. Everyone comes in to have fun. Nobody comes here because they're like having a bad day, or if they are having a bad day, then they're going to come in and have much more fun. They do a lot of private parties for birthdays or bachelorette parties.
I even got in on the fun. First, we outlined the figure on the painted backdrop, and then we could paint it any way we liked. People tried all sorts of different combinations. The music was good, the environment was lively, and everybody seemed to be enjoying themselves.
I'm having a blast. It's so much fun. It's our first time, and I'm so excited. It's fun. People are just happy, go. Like, we can't believe that it was this much fun. This is our first time ever, and I can't wait to come back.
After everyone was done painting, we got to see the many different ways the pictures turned out. Everyone had their own style with different inspirational quotes, dress colors, hairstyles, and guess what? Mine turned out pretty good too.
Yeah, just because you were Hello Philadelphia.
Awesome. We're going to take another commercial break, but when we come back, I'll be sitting down with one of the awesome individuals who works to make cancer patients' lives better every day. Stick around.
I think that a healthy body image means that, you know, you are comfortable being the best you that you can be.
I think it's also part of the mental mind and how a person feels that they're perceived, because if they're confident, it's going to show in the way they act, how they dress.
If you're happy with how you look, you're comfortable, that means you're happy and you're healthy.
My ideal body image would be one where someone's healthy and happy.
If you or someone you know is struggling to maintain a healthy body image, visit the National Eating Disorder Association's website at www.nedawareness.org.
Am I going back to the camera tip? Welcome back. I'm sitting with Jeff Seidel, an employee and representative of For Pete's Sake Cancer Research Foundation, the nonprofit organization that assists adult cancer patients, their caregivers, and loved ones. What's going on today, Jeff? How you doing, man?
Not much. Mike, Rich, thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem.
No problem.
So how did the organization get started?
Yeah, so the idea for the organization came about in 1999 from an LaSalle alumni and member of Sigma Phi Lambda fraternity, Peter Basso.
Okay.
And he was actually dealing with struggling through cancer himself at that time, he and his wife, Marcy. So before he passed away, he had the idea for an organization that would be able to send people on a vacation where they would have an opportunity to kind of reflect and reconnect with their caregiver, because that relationship becomes very strained, you know, dealing with this process of, you know, going through treatments and the medical bills that pile up. So that's where the idea came from. And then unfortunately he passed away, but Marcy was determined to, you know, see this idea come to life. And, you know, now 16 years later, here we are, still going strong.
Yeah, that's a great idea. That's really awesome that you guys got that off the ground.
Yeah, it is. So how long have you been a part of this, and how exactly did you get involved?
Well, I got involved my freshman year through volunteering with Sigma Phi Lambda, as they, you know, they've maintained a relationship with the organization, volunteering at events such as our walk, you know, which we have coming up this Sunday, and our beach ball gala, which was this past winter. So my initial involvement was just, you know, volunteering at a few events a year. And then towards the end of my senior year, I realized, you know, how much, you know, I appreciated the organization and the work they were doing. So I reached out to Marcy, you know, to see if there would be a more, you know, permanent position available for me. And this September it worked out, and, you know, so I started full time with them.
That's
you know,
great,
right
man.
after, you know, Labor Day.
I know that your walk's going to be this weekend at Citizens Bank Park. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So this Sunday, April 24th, is our 6th annual For Pete's Sake walk. The Phillies organization is kind enough to let us host it in Citizens Bank Park, which is real exciting for us. And, you know, the walkers involved, we have some great incentives this year where certain teams who hit a certain fundraising amount are actually going to get to view the batting cages. They'll have an opportunity to view the clubhouse, which, you know, is a cool, for any Phillies fan, that's, you know, a pretty cool experience to get to see, you know, where these guys prepare for their games and, you know, take their practice cuts.
Yeah, as a Phillies fan, I can say that I agree. I'd love to do that. That sounds awesome.
See, that's an opportunity if I've ever seen one. So I know that LaSalle hosts a couple of charity walks per year. For example, the B+ walk. Have you ever considered organizing one such walk here at LaSalle?
Yeah, walk on campus. That's an interesting question. I'm not sure if we've ever, you know, tried to organize something here per se. The involvement from, you know, the campus community is great in terms of volunteering. We always have, you know, Sigma Phi Lambda, for example, and, you know, various other Greek organizations who come and help out at our events, which we definitely appreciate. So it would be interesting, maybe you know, organize an actual event on campus. So that'd be a good idea.
I'm sure the opportunity would present itself.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, but we had Brian Ensley on last week talking about the Coach Torpy walk.
Yeah,
so Sigma Phi Lambda is doing a lot of great things. Can you tell me a little bit more about their involvement with For Pete's Sake?
Yeah, so like I mentioned, you know, Pete himself was a brother. So there was a lot of support, you know, from the organization when he was going through his ordeal with cancer. And that was just, you know, you know, the organization, the way we are, that's kind of something that, you know, we've maintained throughout the years, just, you know, helping out at events and, you know, trying to be supportive where we can, where they need the help.
That's great. I'm sure a lot of viewers would love to get involved in helping to be a part of this great organization. Is there any way that they could do that?
Yeah, so I mean, like I said, we've definitely reached out to a few groups on campus about volunteering this weekend and at our other events. Our website is www.takeabreakfromcancer.org. So you can definitely check the website out. And my personal email is jeff@takeabreakfromcancer.org. So anyone with any questions could feel free to, you know, reach out, and I'd be happy to get them in touch.
That's great. And what's the reaction you get from the patients that you work with?
It's astounding. That's really, because it's tough, you know, for people. It's a tough situation for people to deal with, but the relief and the, rejuvenation they get out of, you know, these trips, it's really incredible, especially for ones with small children, you know, who may or not get to, you know, take a vacation with their children in the future. You know, not everyone survives their particular ordeal, so sometimes it gives an opportunity for a family, you know, to take a trip that, you know, it'll be one memory that they get to have.
That's so great.
Yeah. And with that, there are obviously a lot of organizations dedicated to to relieving suffering of a lot of these families. So what makes For Pete's Sake stand out amongst those organizations, and what distinguishes them in a way?
Yeah, so I think, you know, we were one of the first organizations to kind of really focus on this idea of a respite vacation, where there's plenty of great organizations that benefit cancer research, and that's also, you know, extremely important. But we try to look at it from a different side of things, where, you know, some people, regardless of the research or treatment that they might get, still may not survive their ordeal. So like I said, this gives them a chance to, you know, go out and take a week with their family where they don't have to think about, you know, this disease that they're you know, struggling with.
I know that I know you've only been working there for a little less than a year. It's not too long, but have you had any really rewarding experiences yet there?
Yeah, I mean, just, you know, every day, you know, if a patient comes to visit the office and thank us, that alone is enough, you know, to know that, you know, you had some impact on this person's life, especially, you know, if they have small kids. All, you know, our events are always, you know, a phenomenal time, like the gala, hosted in the Crystal Tea Room. We just had a fashion show last week. So there's always, you know, there's always a fun event going on. So, you know, from that side of things, it's just an enjoyable place to work.
You know, it's always worthwhile when you're putting a smile on people's faces.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so cool.
So, do you have any final thoughts you'd want to share with our audience today about the organization or about what you're doing here?
No, just come out for the walk on Sunday. You know, it's going to be a real great time. We'd love to have everyone there.
Yeah, I have one more question for you. So after the walk, what's coming up next? What's the next event on your agenda?
What's next? That's going to be the last of our 4 major events for the year. And then we'll start again next fall in October with our golf tournament. But there'll be some smaller community events. There's always 5Ks and happy hours and, you know, very smaller scale events going on all summer. So definitely different ways to get involved, whether, you know, you're someone who runs or someone who likes to drink. You know, there's all types of events.
Yeah, great.
Something for everybody.
Jeff Seidel, Sigma Phi Lambda, doing great things. Thank you so much for being here,
Thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it.
Well, that's all the time we have left for today's episode of Hello Philadelphia. From the Camden waterfronts to the streets of Germantown, we encourage you to get out there and see for yourself all the unique attractions Philly has to offer. If you want more information, you can check us out at lasalle.edu/LaSalleTV or follow us on Twitter at LaSalleTVPhilly. We hope that you enjoyed the show and tune in next time. On behalf of Hello Philadelphia and all of us here at LaSalle TV, I'm Mike Verricchio. You stay classy, Philadelphia.
And I'm Richard Eckert. Thank you for watching. We hope you've had as much fun exploring this incredible city as much as we have. Have a wonderful day.